This, by some distance, is the most bizarre by-election I have ever covered. Voters here in Makerfield are being asked to vote Labour to get rid of the Labour PM, Keir Starmer. Wild, isn't it? Well, look, what is going on? Well, Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham has persuaded the sitting Labour MP here in Makerfield, Josh Simons, to step aside. And that's so Burnham can try to become an MP in order to challenge Keir Starmer for the leadership of the Labour Party and become our Prime Minister. But when I asked him to say that out loud, well, he wasn't hugely forthcoming. Why is this by-election so consequential? What are the consequences of it?
It's a chance to create a circuit breaker, to say, no, we need something completely different to what we've had. And I've created something. Well, I've created something different in Greater Manchester. I left Westminster 10 years ago to build a new politics, and that's what we've done.
Andy, I'm just going to say then the silent bit out loud, because this isn't just a by-election, is it? This is the start of a leadership campaign, isn't it? Let's just cut to the chase here.
I have been true all the way through my political career, fighting for people here in this part of the Northwest who have had a raw deal off the powers that be in Westminster.
But Andy Burnham's got a massive obstacle in his way in the form of Reform UK. They won every ward in the Makerfield constituency in May's local elections. But look, Reform's candidate here, Robert Kenyon, is facing some serious hurdles too. After his past comments on social media were unearthed, including one in which he wrote, and I'm quoting him directly, "I'm sexist, sorry, but I am. Women can't ref, drive or give directions." Well, I found him in Makerfield and I asked him about that. Rob, it's Beth here from Sky News. Can I ask you a couple of quick questions? Rob, it's a constituency piece. Why should women in Makerfield vote for you, Rob?
If you speak to the press office.
Why should women in Makerfield vote for you, Rob, when you said you're a sexist?
Can you not?
No, but why should women vote for you?
Oh, sorry, thank you.
When you said that you were a sexist and that they can't drive? Now look, Reform UK have declined our request for an interview, but they did give us this statement. And what they said was, this is a two-horse race between Reform and Labour. Makerfield does not need yet another Labour politician in Parliament who simply wants to use local people as a stepping stone. Reform UK went on to say, this is a constituency that deserves a strong local working class voice. That's exactly why Rob will make an excellent MP for Makerfield. But look, Reform aren't the only party on the right in this race. Restore Britain, founded by the former Reform MP Rupert Lowe and backed by the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, is also running here. And they're trying to take a chunk out of Reform, which in turn could help hand the seat to Andy Burnham. Their candidate, local businesswoman Rebecca Shepherd, is campaigning to tackle what Restore call gangs of foreign men who harass and intimidate local women and girls in Ashton and across the Wigan Borough. Restore Britain did not respond to our interview request. On the other side, Lib Dems and Greens risk splitting the Labour vote, which could help Reform. But Lib Dem candidate Jake Austin thinks voters here deserve a credible alternative.
To me, that feels like the residents of Makerfield are being used as a pawn in the psychodrama of the Labour leadership election. And I think residents deserve a Liberal candidate who is going to focus on the things that matter to them. Things like fixing the NHS, cutting the cost of living, revitalising our high streets. The things that they actually care about when I talk to them on the doors.
If Reform were to win the seat here, is there any concern from you that by standing here in a seat that the Lib Dems aren't realistically going to win, you actually end up splitting the centre-left vote and handing the seat to Reform?
I believe in a voting system that actually represents how people vote. I would like people to be able to vote for what they believe in rather than what they see as a necessary evil or the least worst out of two options.
What about Green candidate Sarah Wakefield? Well, she says voters deserve a say on policy.
The Green Party are here to offer a message of hope of unity and the idea that things can be really different. Not only will I make sure that I'm a really listening MP, that I'm someone there on the ground finding out what the main problems for people are, but we are also advocating on a national level for things that will really make a difference to people's lives, to a wealth tax so that those that can most afford it will fund our public services, to regenerating our high streets and protecting our green belt.
And as for the Conservatives, now a sideshow here, well, they are not giving up.
We've got two main centres of population in terms of the high street. We've got Ashton, where we are today, and we've also got Hindley as well. And I want us to really regenerate our high streets and make sure that we've got decent independent shops and bigger shops as well that can trade and thrive, and that people come back to those high streets and really sort of like make it a community again as well. So that's my number one sort of like campaign pledge. And we're also campaigning on antisocial behaviour and crime as well.
I guess the thing is, when you were not in government, in the past you were the main opposition and the opposition on the right. And now what you'll find in here is that there's two insurgent parties on the right, and you are not even the main opposition anymore. I mean, it must be tougher.
It's always been tough, because when I first started in 1997, we were like nearly 20,000 behind as well. So it's always been tough being a Conservative in Makerfield. But that's what I like about it. I like a challenge, and I'm going for it. I've opposed the Labour Party all my adult political life, and I'm not going to give up now.
So look, Makerfield is more than just a by-election. It's a political watershed for Labour and the country. For Labour, it's a test of whether one of its most popular politicians can win back its working class communities and hold off Farage's turquoise wave. And for the country, it could determine who will be our next Prime Minister. Soon, history will be made in Makerfield. This by-election will have consequences, not just for people here, but for all of us. Here's the list of candidates standing in the Makerfield by-election.